Hey guys, how's it going? We are going to go over defense for Favela today. Obviously the best way to play this map is to immediately Alt F4 once you find out you have it. But in all seriousness though, we'll go over the map. It's a very difficult map to defend. Probably the most difficult to defend in the entire game, honestly. For operators, definitely take a smoke here. A bandit or a mute, one of the two is fine. Jaeger's always good. Valkyrie's pretty essential here. The rest of the apps fill in as you like. We'll start with football, bedroom office, and probably one of the better sites to play. Either football or bikers are probably the better of the two sites. But as for reinforcements, 1, 2. Well, let's turn this down a bit, I suppose. Yeah, it's fine. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Now, if there's people over here bucking this stuff out, you might want to take a couple of these off of somewhere. I generally just like to reinforce the back and kind of hope for the best over here. But you can take a couple of these off the back, especially if they're haboning these back walls, and move some of them over here and maybe play inside of weed a little bit. Bad. Definitely pop the hatches. There's 3 of them on the map right here, so I'm gonna shoot all 3 of those out. Alright, and definitely put a piece of barbed wire here. Battery the walls or mute them. Battery the walls. Ideally both. You can mute the back wall and battery these walls. Barbed wire here. Barbed wire here. Barbed wire here. Another good place to put barbed wire is over here as well. And you could break the bottom of this out so you could jump out. And I would probably just break this entire door down. Throw some cameras up, maybe on the satellite dish. Definitely some out to the west side. You could use this to vault out later, shoot people when they're above, stuff like that. Also, if people are rappelling on pink, you can run out from the garage on them, which is always good. Right over here. Another thing you can do with this hatch open is you can throw C4 through this, say with Valkyrie or Mute or something like that if you have them. You can also run out on the thermite and stuff if he is going for... This is kind of for both sites, I guess. You can run on the thermite over here, or the Bana if they have one. Also, another nice thing that you can do is if you have an impact grenade, say if you take a rook, or even if you're playing a smoke over here, you could shotgun off this wall like late and shoot people in the back when they're planning, which is pretty nice. Also, if people are trying to play behind the desk over here, you can just look through the drone hole and shoot their feet off. You can also throw smoke grenades through this drone hole too. That's sometimes pretty cool. And then if people are sitting, they hop behind the fridge. You can shoot them through this drone hole as well. Just some cheese for you guys to use. Obviously, like playing up here and shooting people off the hatch and stuff is never bad either. You can see all the way to the pink roof. It's very difficult to see from here, but you can see if people are there walking around, you'll kind of see them right in that general area. And pretty much you play like one person in B, and you have people like actively fighting all over the place. Your goal should be to just use cheese to kill people. This map is very, very, very difficult to defend. So that's why I was saying throw these cameras out here so you could just hop out of this window and be very active in fighting. Play a rook over here and just actively peek all these angles, or a Jaeger, something like that. Play somebody in pink. Never a bad thing either. And you can play these stairs with a shotgun over here as smoke too, so that's when you see the wire rustle. Peek out and fire. If someone's coming from here and there's wire, peek out and fire. Like I said, overall a very difficult site to defend, but you can also come back, throw smoke grenades, stuff like that, play the C4 underneath, and that's probably about the best way to go about defending this map, is play the staircases, really. You want to play the staircases. As you control the staircases, you control the map, pretty much, and these 2 doorways. For this exact door, you can play people, like I said, behind black box, indie, a whole bunch of different angles, or you know, really kind of anywhere. Below, there's a lot of ways to watch the door, but these 3 points contention I think are the most important, like the staircases and obviously like the doorways and the windows over here and stuff directly in sight. If they open up these back walls on you, so this is the fundamental problem in my opinion with this map, is if the enemy team takes Thermite, Thatcher, and Hibana, they can open up both of these sites and Buck, and they can Hibana the back walls, and then they could take an Ash and an Ash or a Buck or something, and they could Buck out this wall, and they could Buck out this wall, and you have 4 angles, which are kind of screwed on. You're down to winning gunfights at that point. So, like I said, difficult site to hold, but you just kind of got to win your one-on-one gunfights. You know, use a little bit of cheese peeking from these angles if somebody's up top over here, stuff like that. We're gonna head down to the biker garage though, right now. All right, now we're going to go over the biker garage. Same set of ops is probably pretty good to take. Like once again, Smoke, Mute, Bandit, Jaeger, Rook, Valkyrie. Something along those lines is generally pretty good. I will take Smoke again as usual. Head to biker. So for this site, for reinforcements, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And then for the last 2, you can do 9, 10 here or 9, 10 here, whichever one you personally prefer. Or you can do them over here if you're deciding to play somebody in laundry, but I don't think this is as important as the ones over here. For barbed wire, puts at least a piece in the window, piece here, piece in the door, piece in this door. Those are the most essential pieces, I think. Now, there's actually some ways that I think this site, in some ways, is better, because there's a little bit more you can do with it, I think. So, obviously, there's some cheese angles from here. You probably want to make some shotgun holes so that people can't play this window very comfortably. But also, this works both ways if they have a Blackbeard or something, too. Up top, at a minimum, open the B hatch. I open both, generally. And I shotgun out these walls enough, or impact them with like Rook or something, so that I can get, so if they're thermiting, they have something to worry about. Like they have to get multiple people to watch these angles, just to like, I don't know, pretty much just to scare them, and maybe you can run out if you see that no one's paying attention. Like if you throw a Valkyrie camera against this this west wall, you see no one's paying attention, you can just stand on the edge and pop them in the head. Also, like, opening up these doors and stuff, not a bad idea. Like I said, in my opinion, I think this is probably the better site to play, just because there's more room and opportunity to do stuff. Now, also, alternatively, sorry, if you're playing up top as well, you can open up these bottom, like the whole bottom of this, to make them a little bit more uncomfortable as well, too. So it kind of works both ways, but it's whatever you prefer. I think this site gives you a little bit more maneuverability, at least in my opinion. And once again, for the way that I have this site like torn up, I think playing as many people upstairs is really good, because if you want as well, you can open up this whole wall. So this way you can run out and hop the railing and shoot the people on the windows. You know, just play up top over here. Don't let them inside as much as you can. Lots of cheese. Runouts, stuff like that, throwing cameras everywhere, because once again you run into the problem where if they take a Thatcher and a Thermite, they can open up this wall, they can open up the back wall, and you know, buck out all the rest of the walls, and Hibana else, whatever else is not closed. So you really want to just try to do is get as many like free kills as you can, basically, by like peeking and probably taking riskier peeks you wouldn't take on other maps necessarily, I guess is a good way to put it. Just because the map, if you stand still, they're eventually going to surround you and just open all the walls, and it's just like shooting fish in a barrel at that point. So it's going to be your job pretty much to make plays on this map. Definitely don't be afraid to make plays, like run out. You know, you see an opportunity, definitely go for it, in my opinion, at least. So we will head to the Ant's bedroom right now. Okay, now we're gonna head to the Ant's bedroom. Same type of thing. Smoke, Bandit is always good. Valkyrie again. I think Valkyrie's pretty essential on this map. Same with Pulse. Jaeger's not bad. Yeah, Rook never hurts. Stock. We'll take Smoke again as usual. Head to the Ant's bedroom. Alright, now for this site, you basically have to pick, do you want to defend from top down or down up? So you have 1-2 reinforcements here. I'd recommend that you do. Then generally the way I do it is this. I open this wall up. I'm not gonna do it, but you make like a jump hole over here so you can get through. 1-2 down the bottom. Open up all the hatches again. This way you have lots of ways to rotate and move around, make them uncomfortable if they're trying to go from below. And see, you can get like somewhat easy access to this hall. And I try to play up top and like 3 people up top probably and like 2 people below. This site's extremely difficult to defend. One of the things that you want to do if you can is reinforce. Use the 2 here and reinforce the bottom walls, and then just play completely mindlessly up top basically. If you have spare reinforcements. So I want to say this is 5 panels, but I forgot. Let's check it out. 1, 2, 3, looks like 4 maybe. Looks like a 4 panel. So they're at 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, like there. Or maybe remove one off the corner here and move it here so you can have the full wall. And pretty much you have to play completely mindless up here. Like go for spawn peaks. Like there's the one where people come with the ladder over here. Another thing you could actually do here that's not as bad, I guess, necessarily, is you could put a mirror over here. You could put a mirror over here, like looking in, like on a soft wall, so you can kind of fight this a little bit and reinforce this wall instead. Just like a kind of another little idea that you can do. But you want to, once again, control the staircase. Shotguns are good here. And one really important thing on this map is garage runouts, because people are going to be rappelling like mad over here. So if you can get like a camera outside here and get it to survive, and you know, so there's nobody watching this run out, I mean, you could potentially win off that, like running out with a fast class like a Jaeger or a Bandit. Honestly, even a Valkyrie would probably be fine. Just running out there and getting those picks if you see a bunch of people on rappels out here. And you can also like whip around the corner and shoot these people off these rappels, or something, a spot that people really don't think about very often that you can run out from. Because you can run out from the kitchen, shoot these people off, and you could run back up the garage, like if it's clear. So I'd recommend throwing a camera out to the east and the south. It's probably, in my opinion, the most important part. And we'll head to the meth lab last. Alright, now we are headed to the meth lab. This is probably the most undefendable site in the entire game. We're going to do our best here to make this kind of work. Honestly, though, it could be more defendable than Ants, possibly. I mean, Ants, I guess, is probably a bit easier, honestly. I don't know. This site is just really bad. You have to pretty much pick, once again, where do you want to defend. So an idea that I kind of had one time when we were trying to play this as a joke when I was playing with some friends, was to put, you know, I think there's like 2 reinforcements that go here. Yeah, it's 2 or something. No, it's 3, unfortunately. So 3, 4, 5. So you do 5, and then you double mirror here, facing on this side. And then there's 6, 7. I think, is this a 3 as well? No, this is a 2. This is 6, 7. Reinforcements 8, 9, I think. Is there one in the middle here? Yeah, 8, 9. And that'll give you 1 reinforcement remaining, which I want to put over here for 10. Or you can shotgun this out, leave it open, so that you can see more into sight. And you can just cover like this wall maybe, because there's a run-in from here. Actually, it's through most of this, but I mean, hey, give yourself 1 angle, I guess, is a little better than nothing. You might be able to tuck under the reinforcement or something, get somebody. But, you know, really that last one doesn't matter quite as much. I mean, you can do it over here, so you can peek from weed into here. But you want to play up top with as many people as you can. Double mirror right here to fight. If you look out here, this is the rooftop where everyone kind of stands. So if you double mirror up here, you might be able to get some picks. Play like one person or two people up here, and the rest of the people should just be going mad. Like the only way to win this site is just to run out and stuff like that. So you can run out from laundry down here and pick people off the walls. One of the things about this site is, as bad as it is, it honestly might be better than some of the other sites in some respects, because if you just get the lucky picks, I mean, maybe not them bikers and motorcycle, but it's pretty close with ants. I guess ants is a little bit better, it's slightly defendable. But you can sit up over here as well. I would recommend ripping these doors down and throwing a bunch of cameras out here. Maybe like a camera out here and one on each of the runouts that I just showed you guys from below. And you could shoot people, all while you have people in sight over there, kind of distracting them, not letting them just get those free kills, just sitting still. So the goal is to sit up top over there and shoot in, or shoot down on the people that are looking through, say, these windows and stuff at your teammates, who are desperately trying to hold this and not get destroyed. Taking a castle here would probably be pretty good too, just so that this window doesn't get shot open in 2 seconds. I mean, they can only really hit you from like the top of pink over here, which hopefully your teammates should be able to help support you with a bit, to see. And if you're deep all the way over here too, they really can't shoot you, especially with this reinforced. Now, a coordinated team will probably pretty much always be able to take this site, but I mean, maybe with this setup with the Mira, you have the wall shotgun out, you have the windows castled, you might be able to hold it for a bit, and possibly even win it with some good runouts and some good picks from pink if the team just directly goes over here right away. But that's about gonna cover everything, guys. If the video helped you at all, just make sure to like the video, and if you like more of this kind of content, subscribe. But if not, no worries. Just hope you guys get something out of it. And that's about it for this map. It's very, very difficult to defend. There's going to be an attack side as well. It'll be in the end screen and in the description, stuff like that. And I'll see you guys in the next one.